Can I pass it around?
You want to pass them on? As long as you don't touch anyone or bother anyone.
I won't.
This is your test.
All right.
Jude is handing out the everyday edit so that if you are done with your journal, you can move forward and begin working on that. Okay, that's all right. There are 10 files. If you're still on your journal, that is okay. It's okay.
You just let me over here, dude. Now it's far.
You don't know anybody find my figures.
You don't really want to for number 3 what? Just say no.
I gotta ask my dad.
Thank you.
I gotta ask my dad which his grandfather said.
So you know that,
Yeah, my dad's grandfather.
okay, so you know your great-grandfather served, you just don't know the details?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should ask. Be interesting to find out. Okay, so you have 2 things in front of you that you're working on, your everyday edit as well as your journal. With the everyday edit, there is 10 errors. Okay, I'd recommend really reading it through to help you catch the errors, because there's a lot of ones that just kind of sound funny. Yeah. Good job with that? Okay, thank you.
What? I don't get this.
Yeah. Before it was called Better Day, they called it Armistice Day.
I want to ask you.
Oh, really? Good. So it's really good. Okay, yep, we're playing Armistice Day to celebrate the end of the peace in World War I.
For number 2, it's asking like the different parts that
I got
fit all
none.
together in that one sentence.
Wait,
It's asking different questions, can I put them all together in
yes.
one?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All one response, yes.
Okay.
Yep, good question.
Okay.
This time I got 9.
You got 9?
Yeah.
Read through it. I see it. I see it from here. Yes, and do you want to know why? Because it's talking about a specific one. Now, if it just had on it,
I know the question directed.
Does this sentence have another one?
that is okay. They're saying that back in 1919, they didn't call it Veterans Day, they called it Armistice Day, and that is actually all correct. It's spelled right, it is right. Mm-hmm.
Is it American? Is that the one page?
Nope, that's okay. That would always capitalize American.
No, see.
Look at
What
punctuation.
is she? I'm not good with that.
You check out the editing of words.
Got it.
I still see one.
Oh, it's so good.
Yep.
Do I go to the bathroom now? This one?
Yes, and why? You're right. Right, it's it's like one thought and they like tried to separate it. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It's not.
You got it. Nope, you're totally right. Done? I do. Then we work on that. Good, yeah, that's a really good point. I like that.
And
What was that noise?
dry. A little bit.
Make sure that we are attempting the everyday edit. We're not just finding one and being like, what, done.
That's a tough one.
Okay.
I'm done with the.
Make sure that we work towards it. If you need help, ask.
That's very distracting out there. Can I post a photo, bro?
Veterans Day. Just like both of them.
He's called me fat. It says 3 grams of fat.
You missed one.
How though? I got 10.
Okay, so they
My
have
food order.
this capitalized. Why do they have this
I
capitalized?
can do
It
this.
should be though.
But why do they?
You know, Hazel can do
Because they think it goes with that.
So, Veterans Day honors our country's, okay, our country's military men.
And
And, yeah, that's right. But our country's, so what's wrong with this country?
apostrophe.
Uh-huh.
It's
Oh,
Uh-huh.
is that what you're talking about?
But it's talking about our country's men and women, like it belongs to us, right?
Oh, you're talking about? Because I got 10.
Chasing you.
And women, for their willingness to help protect the United
I saw you in that
States.
ballet class yesterday.
That's good.
Veterans Day honors our country's military men and women for their willingness to help protect the United States. Is that a complete thought?
For real. Y'all like it?
Yes. So if that's a complete thought, what do you feel?
NFL players.
Uh-huh, so do you understand why that
Man, I love
E
it.
is capitalized now?
I love it though.
Now he know what it means.
Why is this uppercase? If this now is a period, what does this have to be? See what I mean? So get rid of that.
Don't kick me. My joke after what I said. Say
You guys, you understand?
No.
He got bad.
Yes.
Okay, so now look, every year on this day, is that a complete sentence now?
That's not for you.
Is that every year on this day, is that a complete sentence? Every year on this day.
Oh my God.
Only I can.
But why?
Check my notes. I think that's right. I'm gonna tell his girlfriend to look
Yes.
at him.
Yep, that's the one that you did.
What?
You found 3. Every time on Snapchat, this girl would take a
Yeah, me too.
Chris, you got 10?
Yeah.
Brandon, you got 10?
Veterans wrong.
Lawson, you got 10?
I got like 3.
Yeah, let's put that phone away and get going.
Ah.
His girlfriend.
Ah.
She said, "Why you always send me?"
Good, good, good,
Ah.
good, good.
I don't do it around
Very
here,
nice.
but I'll start.
Yep. Well, I didn't
That's
count
a
them, but they're all right, all the ones you just have.
But hey, Chris.
Jude, did you finish that last sentence?
Yeah.
That was not necessary.
That went far. Murphy.
What's up?
Good.
You're gonna be walking up, girl, right? You're gonna walk up next to him and grab his hand.
No.
First round.
Hold me down.
Day is not supposed to be capitalized. Right?
What's that supposed to be?
Day.
Alright, as I look around, I feel like a lot of us are struggling a little bit with this one, and that's okay, but I'd like to go over it. So even if you're not done, now would be a good time to be filling in the blanks. So I'd like everyone to have a seat,
No.
have this out in front of you, and just so you know, hey Chris, am I talking?
Sorry.
Okay, you're not. We're gonna go over this, and as a reminder, if you choose not to fill it out, your work habits grade plummets,
Oh crap.
okay? Because you're choosing not to participate in my class. Alright? We're gonna go over this, and I agree, this was a little bit more challenging. Okay? But we need to up it every week in order to get better. Okay? We can't just keep it easy and let you find 10 in like 2 minutes. Alright? Because that doesn't make you better. That doesn't help you learn. Okay? So I would like your participation as we go over this. All right. Trey, you want to start us?
They spell Veterans Day wrong.
Where are we at here?
America's better than all of the wars.
Yes, absolutely. So they spelled this word wrong?
Yeah.
All right, so veterans is spelled
Capital.
inaccurately.
Capital V-E-T-E-R-A-N-S.
Okay, I agree with this spelling. It's going to stay lowercase, but
Why is
why?
that?
What? Why would veterans stay lowercase?
Because it's not saying like their name, it's just saying they're veteran.
Good, good. So veterans is just a common noun, okay? So it's going to stay lowercase. But when we use it as Veterans Day, because that's a holiday, that's when we would need to make sure we capitalize it. So the spelling is incorrect, however, we're going to keep it lowercase. So that's the first thing you need to have corrected on your piece of paper. Are you going to choose to participate? Okay, that is one correction. Veterans is V-E-T-E-R-A-N-S, lowercase. Matt, another one?
President needs to be capitalized.
Yeah. Okay. Now, why is president capitalized?
Because it's the name of somebody?
Say that again?
Because it's the name of somebody?
It is, and there's talking about a specific president, President Woodrow Wilson. Now, if it just said, the president is cool, it's lowercase, Tremaine, you're right. Why is that? Yeah, they didn't say a specific president, okay? So when president is alone, it stays lowercase. But when it's talking about a specific one, like Woodrow Wilson, we capitalize it. Good. Chris, you have another one?
Day.
Day. Where's day? Help me out.
By
Armistice? What about it?
it's supposed to be lowercase.
Actually, we keep it capitalized, but why?
Because it's the name of the day, okay.
Yeah, because it's a holiday, right? So Veterans Day, Armistice Day, they all go together, so it's a holiday.
And
Jude, up here, please.
I'll see the Woodrow Wilson was up there.
men and women.
Yeah, what about men and women? Yeah. It says men and women, okay? It's and. Proper English, we should be saying and, not men and women. Okay? So good. And there's three. Another volunteer, someone I haven't heard from. Jude.
Let's see. We maybe changed the line.
Bummer.
But where it says proclaim, there should be an I that's after the A.
Good. Right now it says it proclaimed. Okay, that doesn't make sense. He proclaimed. All right. So proclaimed has an I in it. So Proclaimed. Proclaimed sounds funny, and nor is it a word. Proclaimed. Good. Lawson, thank you.
Isn't like November, isn't it supposed to be like November 11th? Maybe like a comma too? Like
In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th Armistice Day to celebrate the end of the fighting in World War I. That's actually okay, but I'm going to give you a clue. Something in regards to punctuation is funky in that sentence. Can you take a look at that sentence one more time and give me a guess? Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
Yes.
He will pass it on to someone if he can't figure it out.
That's a yes.
You're in there.
Anything funky with the punctuation.
What, it doesn't need that comma?
Where?
Y-O?
Yes. Okay, this comma, super unnecessary. I'm going to read it with the comma, and you tell me if it sounds kind of funny. It says, in 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th Armistice Day to celebrate the end of the fighting in the World War I. Okay? That comma is a pause. That sounds really funny where I'm pausing, okay? So it does not belong. We need to X that out. Good. There is 5. Trey, back to you.
After United States, supposed to be a period.
Yeah. Anyone catch this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the end of a sentence. I know some of us chose to lowercase every, but if you read those 2 sentences, it's 2 complete thoughts. We need to end the sentence and start a new one. Good. Tremaine, something else? Countries. What's wrong with it? What's it it missing? You're right, I know you wanna say it. Say that again?
Oh, the,
Apostrophe? Yes, yes, I saw you drawing it with your finger. Good. Countries, military men and women. Okay, they're talking about our country's military men and women. Okay, meaning they belong to us, so we need that apostrophe S. Good, so it says our country's military men and women. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more guys. Matt, start us.
Exactly. Oh, instead of exactly, it should be exactly.
Good, so right at the end. Exact
I missed that.
at 11 a.m. Okay, that sounds super funny. The ceremony is held exactly at 11 a.m. Not exact at 11 a.m. Sounds funny if you read it. Tremaine, you got another one? The end of day. Help me out here. On this day, a national ceremony. So what are you thinking? Apostrophe? Every year on this day, a national ceremony is held exactly at 11 a.m. So that sentence is actually okay. Okay, that's actually okay. What'd you say, Trey? National is okay as well. Jude?
It says
Coming to you next, Christian.
woman for there, it should be a different kind of there.
Yes. Their willingness, okay? It belongs to them. It's the wrong there.
Yeah.
E-I-R. Good. Christian, is that what you're going to say, or do you have another one?
Yeah.
That was it? I'm sorry. Should have went to you first, man. Matt?
Change should be changed.
Good. Congress changed the name of Armistice Day in 1954. If they're talking about something that happened in 1954, it has to be past tense. Good. So it needs to be changed. Add the D right there, okay? Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10. Okay? So if you don't have these marked, now is the chance. You need to do that right now and put them in the middle of the table when you are done.
Can I pick them up?
no,
At
I
the
want to
end.
pick them up.
And right now, they're okay. Just put them in the
Can I
middle.
erase the board?
Yeah, you can erase. We have one more thing that we're going to do today. I'm passing out a packet. I didn't double side it, so the packet seems much larger than it really is. We're going to be talking about parables. Sooner we do this, sooner we're done. Okay?
Wait. Where's the brick story?
It'll be given to you tomorrow. It's a longer story, so I didn't put it in the packet. It's a good question. Yeah, I was gonna say it would be this thing. It's a couple pages.
A little bit of that.
The brick's a good story, though. I like it a lot.
I've heard that one.
Yeah.
That's his neck. Throwing a whole liter back at you.
All right, you need something to write
A
with?
whole lot.
It is.
Exactly. Probably don't like that, but I know this.
When? Never.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Now, right now. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys. Let's take care of this so that you can have some time at the end, okay? Phones need to be put away, headphones need to be put away. Okay? Hint, hint, parables are on your test. Okay? This is test material.
What is a parable?
Exactly. What is a parable? All right, here we go, guys. Jude just goes, hey, what's a parable? Well, the answer to his question's up on the board. A parable is a type of allegory. Okay, we've been discussing allegories for how long now? Seems like forever. But we're going to talk specifically about this type of allegory today. This is a parable. These notes up on the board are in your outcome 2 notes. But if you'd like to add these to this packet, sure, go ahead. Okay? When we look at a parable, we first have to look at the setting.
is it happening in the real world? Okay? If the story is taking place in a galaxy far, far away, that's not real world. That doesn't make sense. Okay? I'm talking about in America, in the world, on Earth. Okay? So the setting of a parable is going to be real world. Another thing, another way we check if a story is a parable. Does it teach us a lesson? Is there a moral point to the story? Meaning they're teaching us the difference between right and wrong. Yes, that's a huge thing we have to look for in order to make sure this story is a parable. Okay? Another really big thing. It has to be real world. We done?
I can't see.
Are we done? Not only is it real world, it is real people. Okay? The story cannot be about an ant and a grasshopper and be a parable, because those aren't real people. We're talking about human beings. Okay? The story needs to be about men and women. Okay? People. Okay? Real people, not real things. Deal? So if I give you a story about a caterpillar or about a ladybug, you're going to tell me that's not a parable because that's about bugs.
It's not real people.
Exactly. It's got to be real people. Super important. Okay, another thing. Events in the story are familiar. They're going to be teaching you lessons about lying, lessons about stealing, lessons about cheating. Okay, those are familiar. Those are things that happen in everyday life. Okay? Finally, this is the biggest thing. If a story is a parable, it's teaching you a lesson that has consequences. Okay? If you are tardy to class so many times, you get a detention. That's a consequence. Okay? If you get in a fight in school, you get out of school suspension. That is a consequence. Alright? So, when a character in a story faces a consequence, meaning a punishment, that is most likely going to be a parable. So this is kind of the checklist that we need to use. We are going to do 2 examples today. Yep. We are doing 2 examples today. We're going to do The Boy Who Cried Wolf and The Emperor's New Clothes. We're saving the brick for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm looking for your participation and then we will be done for the day. All right, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, page 2, flip there. First of all, has anyone heard this story before?
Yes.
Okay, hint, hint, the events are familiar, we've heard of it before. Okay?
I heard
It's a
of it,
good
I
start.
never read it.
Good. Super short, super easy to understand. Here we go. The boy, a sheep herder. What's a sheep herder?
A person who herds sheep.
Yes, a person who herds sheep. As simple as that, right? You take care of sheep. That's your job. The boy, a sheep herder, was bored while guarding the sheep on a hill. So he cried out that a wolf was attacking the sheep. The villagers rushed over, only to find that the boy had lied to them. The boy cried out a second time with the same results. At the end of the parable, a real wolf comes to devour the sheep, and the boy cries out. But the villagers ignore him because they believe he's only trying to fool them. Okay?
What a fool.
I know, what a fool. So the boy who cried wolf, he called 2 times, and both times people came rushing because they thought he was being serious. But ultimately, he was lying to them. He was fooling them. Okay? The third time, there was really an issue. You're right. The third time, there was really an issue. There were wolves attacking the sheep. So people, instead of coming running, they're like, nah, he's lying. He's a liar. I'm not going. Okay? Our job is to answer the questions on the following page. Go ahead and get there.
Are there real people that we know?
No.
Don't listen to Jude. Okay? Question number 1. This is how we're proving it is a parable. Okay, with these 3 questions. First of all, I'm telling you it's parable. Okay, but this is how we're going to prove it. Are the characters real people, Trey? Yes, they are. Because we're talking about humans. We're talking about a boy and villagers. Yeah, they're real people.
What do you want me to write on those notes?
Oh, you can fill these in if you want, yeah. That's okay. So here's how I need your answer to look. I don't need you to put, yeah. Be a little more than that, okay? Are the characters real people? Yes.
They are real people, I just put that.
The characters include a boy and who else? Villagers. You are identifying who the characters are. We know there's a boy, and we know there's villagers. Real people, real humans. Okay, that, it's short, but it needs to be more than, yeah. Okay, characters include a boy as well as villagers.
Brandon, here, you want to fill this up?
Okay, number 2. Is there a lesson being taught? Okay, so first question, is there a lesson being taught? We answer that with yes or no? Yes. Okay, yes, there's a lesson being taught. The second question, what is the lesson? Jude?
I said don't lie.
Okay, it's all about lying, right? Because when he lied the first 2 times, people came rushing to help him. But on that 3rd time, no one came. No one believed him, right? So, no lying. Matt, something else?
Well, branching off of what you said, when you lie, people won't believe you in the
Good.
future.
Good, I like that. Okay, so the lesson is don't lie because people will believe you. No one's coming to help him. Okay, that's the consequence he's facing. If you want to get more specific, you could say since he lied, no one trusts him, and now his sheep have been attacked by wolves, and he has no one to help him. You can get more details if you'd like. Something, Christian?
Or he's dead.
He could be, right? We don't know. It's an assumption we could.
But that's dark. That's dark.
That is dark. Huh? I don't know.
No, because he cried out after it happened, so.
But the villagers didn't come out.
True. Could we make that assumption? Yeah.
Alright, next go. The Emperor's New Groove.
It's not New Groove.
I watched this on like, well, Emperor's New Groove is on like Disney.
I was gonna say that was a Disney show.
I used to hate watching that, but it used to be the only thing that was on at like 1 o'clock a.m.
All right, here's the last one. Chris, we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead. Shemaine, we ready? You want to erase it?
Taking turns. Taking
Chris, your toes been taken.
turns.
I'm gonna take turn at this position.
You gonna run the ball?
Yeah, I'm gonna run the ball.
Chris, you sound salty. Are you salty?
Chris, I made it the ball.
All right, let me tell you the plan for the remainder of class. We have 12 minutes, okay? I am going to read this story out loud, and then you are going to answer the 3 questions on your own, okay?
What?
Is something about an emperor being naked?
Yes, this is about an emperor being naked.
I wanna read it.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna read it. You're gonna answer the 3 questions on your own,
That's freaky.
and then you're gonna do your missing work after that, okay? You ready? Alright, this one's called The Emperor's New Clothes, another really short story. You're looking for the lesson, you're looking for whether there's real people, and what consequences are being put on this person. A vain emperor, what's vain mean?
Mean?
A false emperor, like a fake.
It's not fake. What did you say, man?
And then he's a liar. He's a liar.
Say that again?
He's a liar.
Like, okay, so vain, when we use the word vain, it means that you're very, like, into yourself. Okay, like,
So more like conceited.
yeah, kind of like conceited or self-centered. Okay, so if you don't know that he's vain, then it won't make the story make sense. Self-centered. Okay? The vain emperor, who enjoyed wearing all sorts of fancy clothes, is approached by 2 con artists. What's a con artist?
Someone who tries to trick people?
Yeah,
A clown.
people that trick you or manipulate you, take advantage of you. They're not good people.
Clown.
Is approached by 2 con artists who tell him that they will create. Chris and Jude, this is your last warning.
He kept on saying something.
I don't care. Okay, we're done. He's approached by 2 con artists who tell him that they will create a suit of clothes that is invisible to stupid or incompetent people. Okay, so this emperor who's all about himself, someone wants to make him a suit, and it's all invisible to make everyone else look stupid. Okay? The emperor pays the men to create the clothes, though in actuality they create nothing at all and only pretend to work on a pair of clothes. Everyone pretends to admire the clothes for fear of being seen as stupid or incompetent. The emperor ends up taking off his clothes to try on the pair of invisible clothes, and he ends up parading naked around the town. The only person who calls attention to the emperor being naked is the young boy on the streets. Okay, so it's meant to be humorous, meant to be funny. Okay? I'd like you to answer those 3 questions on the next page. You're now proving it's a parable.
So there's 3 characters?
Emperor.
Wait.
Hey, I don't appreciate it. Okay? When we do something out loud, and you call out Chris's name and you short him, right? That's not fair. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or is this just a joke to you? I don't appreciate it. It's very disrespectful. You still owe me the Lorax. This is also a good time to be working on that. Finish with the Emperor's New Clothes. I would recommend that if you owe me work, you come and see me during boiler block tomorrow, Thursday, or Friday. I will write my room number up on the board, and you can always sign up for me. That's also something to do at the end of class today.
Yeah. That's about a football field and a softball field.
Yep, it's in one of those annexes.
What does it say? I'm sorry. What does it say about con artists?
People that trick you.
Thank you.
Or manipulate you. Alright, you get me? Any questions? Are you sure? Okay. Do you owe me, do you still want to do Laura? Okay, if you want extra help, come see me. Okay? Sound good? Boiler block? Okay. Shayla, did you finish the Laura, or do you still want to do that? It is done? Oh, sweet, okay. I was just about to say, you can come see me. That's okay. But, just sum it up. So yes, it's a parable.
and move on to the second one. Sound good?
The number 2 is good, right? So, I don't think it's true,
Nothing to be learned?
well, you shouldn't be in physical in the streets.
Okay, and why did this?
What'd you say? You know, that's weird, right? Keep lying.
Guys, I need you to find something to do for the last 5 or 6 minutes so everyone can get their work done.
Keep lying about it. That ain't even true. Yeah, dude. Oh, it's not.
Okay, and so the emperor is all about himself, right? He's very self-centered, he's conceited, okay? And so he thinks in order to be better than others, he will have this cloak of invisibility, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what can we learn from the emperor's actions?
Don't want to know.
Okay,
Invisible.
okay, so if he decides that he's gonna pay these people to feel that only people of status, because it says right there, it says, the con artists tell him that they'll create a suit of clothes that is invisible to people that are stupid. So the only people that are
You guys can hold on to those packets because we're going to So the consequence is that he's embarrassed, right? He's embarrassed when being naked in front of everyone. Okay, so we'll just work back. Do the consequence. Okay, now, he's embarrassed because of what? What he learned, like why did he do this outfit? To make himself what?
I'm so sore. I play basketball. Just backboard. Lost, but I did good.
What position do you play?
It was just man on man for now, right now, because this is the first one.
Gotcha.
It would have been Nadia, because it didn't count for anything. So.